All right, Troh, first order of action. Along with Aaron's mic in his face, turn his saturation down to like 15% to shit on his boasting about his own coloring on his on his camera.
No, Troh,
turn his saturation
Troh,
all the way
Troh,
down.
Troh, Troh,
He was
Troh,
you
Troh.
just missed it, Troh.
No.
This guy was like, my lighting, I look so good right now. So
Troh,
just
no.
turn it all the way.
Just not.
all the way down.
Man.
All the way down, Troh. All the way down.
I'm not recording, by the way. I should be recording.
Oh, well, he'll have it. Well, he'll know. Man, I gotta be honest. I don't know what's going on right now. Like, this was so. I got ready for this in so fast time. I can't even use words anymore. I can't speak. I don't know where I am, who I am, why. I feel like I'm having 6 strokes at once, dude. I'm freaking out. So I have
you want to talk about that?
You want to take 10 more?
No. I'm fine. I mean, nothing else. I can't do anything else to prepare for this. I mean, I'm chilling. I have a VPN, right? And I thought it was a good idea to get a dedicated IP so that like only I could have it. But apparently dedicated IPs can't run on like the fast system that the other ones run on. So I was troubleshooting with customer support for like 3 hours a day, trying to like configure my internet connectivity to try to get the most out of this fucking thing. And it didn't work. So I got a refund for my dedicated IP. And 3 hours of my day gone.
Cool.
I love that. That's my favorite part of today so far. Thank you for
I went to the park.
Which park?
Zilker.
Ooh, I love Zilker
just
Park.
south of the river with Kemp and Zulu and my buddy Miles.
Nice.
It was a nice day. Yeah, it was really good.
That's
Jill,
so cool.
how was your day?
It's been good. I watched 500 Days of Summer again.
Wait, 500 Days of Summer.
Today.
I feel like I know that one. I definitely know.
Yeah,
I've
it's a
definitely
good
watched
movie.
that recently.
I've never
Yeah.
seen it, so
It's pretty good. It's really sad. I shouldn't say that. I feel like that's kind of a spoiler, but it's a good
Right.
movie.
it's what. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those where you're like, it's really sad because the dog dies at the end. And you're like, wow. Not
Guess I
watching
don't
that
have to
movie.
watch it anymore.
Is there a dog in that movie? It better not die, Jill.
No, there isn't a dog. I think you're thinking of
Okay.
Marley and Me.
No.
So-
Spoiler alert. Whoa.
Cut that.
I've never seen that
I'll
movie.
really
just take
big
that off of my
spoiler.
watch later list.
I've never seen that movie, but now I won't bother.
Don't.
'cause- Yeah, I knew better than to see that one. I mean, like, you know what's gonna happen in a dog movie.
What's a dog movie without a dog death? You know,
That's
mean,
like-
it just
that's like
goes hand
all-
in hand.
That's like all dog movies,
Yeah.
unless they talk. Like if they're talking animals, then they usually don't kill them because that would be traumatic for children. I think.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Do you ever cry at movies?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I wept during Pokemon the movie 2000 when I saw it in theaters when I was like 8.
Okay.
When Pikachu is crying,
was a long time
slapping
ago.
another crying Pikachu. Do you remember that movie? Pokemon are fighting other Pokemon and they're all crying, just like sad hitting each other. It's the saddest thing in the entire. It's
No.
like, oh man, this movie. It's the one with Mewtwo and Mew and.
Sounds awful.
Is it
I
animated?
mean, literally,
Sounds
yeah, it's
terrible.
animated. It's called Pokemon the movie 2000. It was the first like Pokemon movie that came out in theaters, and they, I think at the end, like Ash or Mew or something, someone got healed by the power of Pokemon tears. Like it was just the saddest thing. I was not prepared for that as a kid, so
Who would
yeah,
be?
I cried during movies.
It's fucked up.
Sounds really intense.
It was that was a lot. I think about that sometimes.
Jill, what's the last movie that made you cry?
That's a good
500 Days
question.
of Summer.
500 Days of Summer. Before that
No,
one, what'd you watch the day before?
I don't know. Honestly, that's a really loaded question. Sometimes I watch movies just to cry. I don't know if you guys ever get like that. But,
Nicole
Oh,
does
like
that
you.
too. That's got to be a girl thing. Is that what all girls do? Is they just watch movies for the basis of like, I need to release my emotions, and the only way to do it is to watch something that makes me cry, and then I can be a person again. Is that a thing?
I don't know if I would call it a girl thing. I think that that's just a like certain people thing. You know, I think that different people deal with their emotions
Certain
differently.
people, as in girls.
So certain
female people.
deal with certain people just deal with their emotions.
No,
like
I can think. My buddy Kyle definitely does that for 100%. Yeah.
Okay.
So some guys, yeah. Okay. Before we get too like into it, I feel like Jimmy and I could do a little bit better job. Sometimes in the podcast, we forget to introduce our guests. You're so personable, and things just go so well, so easy. But before we get going, Jill, and I don't want to skip this because this is important. You sent us
Oh yeah.
a 4-page document.
I gotta look at that.
That's an exaggeration.
Resume / like infographic spreadsheet. That I was really impressed. So I thought maybe we could go through this together. But first, Jill, if you just want to tell us a little bit about why do you think you're here on Bankstandin for one, and then we'll tell you why you're here on Bankstandin.
I don't know why you're here on Bankstandin if it helps you. I don't know the answer to
I
that.
think I know. I think I know exactly.
Okay,
so
go
I've done
for
a
it.
little. I've done a little bit of research. I watched an episode or two.
Which ones?
And
On the spot. Oh my gosh, you don't
This is
even.
a test. Which ones did you watch?
I watched the Flighten episode because I love her. I'm a big fan.
Okay.
And I also watched the one with the Rat King. And I feel like I should know who that is, but I don't know who that is.
Devil
So
Sam.
cut that part. I don't want to offend him.
That's okay. He'll be fine.
But yeah, I watched a couple of episodes, and from what I understand, I'm just meant to sit here while you two talk to each other.
Yes.
That's
Finally, somebody has done the research they were supposed to. That is such a relief. Thank God.
Jimmy, did you tell her?
No.
She nailed it. That's what
This is what it is. It's just
I thought. Huh. Okay, well, I thought we were gonna like spring that on you, and it was gonna be like, ha ha. But no, that's why. So, chicks up, guys.
all
Welcome
right,
to
we can end it here.
Bankstandin.
This is it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, but I do really want to. This made me laugh. I have your entire gaming history here, Jill. Which I thought was adorable, and there's some pretty good games on here. We've got Banjo-Kazooie, early Pokemon games, GoldenEye 007. I like that you wrote out GoldenEye 007 and not just picked one or the other. That was cool for me.
it was the same game.
Super Smash Bros. I'm sorry, this one line reads, Super Smash Bros. I was really afraid of Scooby-Doo for N64. And I don't know why those are grouped together, but I also want to know what.
Yeah. So so they're not supposed to be grouped together, but I
So it's a
had
formatting issue in this massive document. There's bound to be some. Okay.
yeah, I'll work on that. But I had Scooby-Doo as an N64 game as a kid. And it was a really scary game. It was really scary. For a kid to play that game, it was pretty scary. You started off at a museum, and then you essentially like broke into the museum. A car sets on fire, and then the exhibits come to life, and they chase you.
Okay.
I feel like I know what you're talking about for some reason. Like I have no idea what you're talking about, but also like there's some memory deep down. It's like I know exactly what that is, but I also don't.
You have it too.
Jimmy just dreamt this game as a child.
I planned on doing this game As a
Are you gonna look it up?
no, I'm trying
Oh.
to find where it says that I copied and pasted this entire list of things.
Oh,
So that I don't have to keep like closing Discord, opening the chat, looking and seeing what we're talking about. I have it here now. We're good. We're organized.
Did that like ruin you for museums though?
No, I don't think. I feel like Night in the Museum more so did that for me.
Night at the Museum ruined museums for you?
Yeah, it was pretty
with
scary
Ben
as well.
Stiller?
Yeah, Ben Stiller.
Something about museum exhibits coming to life, I think, is a creepy concept.
I mean, yeah, if that happened, that would be terrifying because obvious reasons. But I don't think that's like on my list of. God, I hope this never happens.
Dude, Five Nights at Freddy's is basically like Night at the Museum. Except for at Chuck E. Cheese instead of National History Museum.
I've never played that game or
I haven't either.
seen it.
You've never seen Five Nights at Freddy's?
Like, I'm familiar with the characters, but I tried to watch one playthrough once and it just didn't make any sense. And it was really boring. I don't know. Maybe I watched a bad playthrough. I don't know. Have you ever played, Jill?
No, I watched a playthrough as well, like a little clip of it. I think it was a commercial. I think I watched a preview and decided instantly that I wouldn't be playing that one.
There was like 5 different games too. Like they just kept coming out with more. Like I think like a Markiplier played one like the first game, and then everyone else started playing it, and then there was like 6 different Five Nights at Freddy's games.
I remember the age of like spooky games,
like Slender Man and stuff.
Dude, okay, that game actually creeped me out.
Yeah.
But I was like in my dorm alone with the lights off and headphones on, turned really loud, and it was really like the sound space and all that really creeped me out in that game.
Yeah, it was a creepy game. I feel like it's like the simple things. Like I was actually thinking about that. Remember when Paranormal Activity, like the first one came out, and like the world was just like shocked at how scary it was, and it had like a $20 budget or some shit, and they just like filmed them like it was just some dude like wrapping a string around a door knob and then like having like a night vision cam, and he like pulled a string to shut the door fast, and then it made people like freak out because they don't like the idea of things happening while they're sleeping.
Household stuff moving on its own, and people are like, what the hell?
Yeah, and that game is like
it's actually relatable to the there's no, I mean, a monster like ripping your roof off would be scary as shit, but you watch a movie of that happening, you're like, well, that's not gonna happen. So.
Yeah, but this one, like you watch and it's like every sound in my house.
You're like, when my air conditioner turns on and the pressure changes in my room, it shuts the door on its own. Yeah, that's fucked.
Yeah, I don't like that. No, that Slender Man's like that same simple concept though. Like it's just some dude following you. It's not even, it doesn't even show what he does other than like static and a loud noise. But it's like,
whoa,
what? You okay?
Are Endermen?
Yes, Endermen
Slendermen?
Yes, they're inspired.
Whoa!
I can't believe you are just now.
Wait a minute.
Thinking about that. That is amazing. Okay.
I don't know why I never thought about that. That is incredible. Wow. Oh my god. That's really weird that Minecraft just stole that from Slenderman.
Yes, they did.
I wouldn't say stole. It was just inspired. It's inspired by.
Inspired.
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah. So anyway,
I mean, that would be like someone making a podcast called like Bankstandin, and they're like, we sit around and talk about RuneScape 3, and we're like, and you called it Bankstandin?
Well,
that's like that doesn't work.
And I would say too, like it's totally different consumer bases. So I mean, the person who plays Minecraft isn't gonna poach the people who play Slenderman, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
PewDiePie fans? They're the same. Didn't he get big playing spooky games?
No, he got big playing Happy Wheels.
What's Happy Wheels?
You ever played Happy Wheels, dude? Flash game?
Oh.
The old like going down hills and jumping and dying in brutal ways.
Wait, did he really get big playing Happy Wheels?
That was his thing, dude. He had like
on
40
addictinggames.com or something?
Yes.
What, really? There's
Yes.
no way.
Dude, go back to his channel and look. That's all he used to do. It's just Happy
Wait,
Wheels.
is that the key to YouTube success?
In 2013, yes.
Yeah,
it
because
was.
didn't Critical also get big playing like Quap or something?
He got featured on like
was a
Jimmy
good
Kimmel or
game.
something.
Yeah, because he had a couple videos with like shitty Flash games.
Yeah, he used to do that. That was his thing too.
Jimmy, what are we doing making RuneScape videos?
Well, we have to now. We missed that boat like 7 years ago, but
It'll be back.
yeah, maybe, yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, anyway. Should we continue with this list here? I feel like, wow, that was a large drift away from this list.
Go on, yes.
Oh, am I going to do this now?
Sure.
Okay.
I put the list away.
Okay, I got this. You know what, Jill? Who are you, first and foremost? Tell people
what do
who you are. Who do you want people to know you as?
You
Ooh,
know,
that's a good question.
enough about me. Tell me a little bit about you.
No.
See, I want to know Jill. That's why you're here.
Oh, well, you know what?
no,
We'll
I-
ask you this the same way we did Troh. You have a Tinder bio in front of you. You got to write it out. What do you say right now? It's got to be short, sweet, but it's got to tell everything about you, like real quick.
Yeah, I like that.
No spoilers. That's it. That's all I put in there.
Okay, but spoil it a little bit now with like 160 characters.
No, I mean, that's what I'd put. I would write no spoilers. And I feel like that, speaks for itself. That kind of explains my content.
You
Okay,
gave
that's
us
fair.
like
Is that
6
bad?
paragraphs
No,
of
actually,
spoilers.
that's fair. Not only is that good, because that explains your content, but it's like for a Tinder bio, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's
You
like
leave a little
intriguing, you know?
mystery, kind of.
Anyway.
Fair. I think she answered that better than Troh. So
All right, what other way can we...
Don't say that. No, the people really like Troh. And so if you put that in there, I'm just going to get flamed.
What if... I don't know why I just thought of this, because I was thinking of different ways to like what's something like a short bio about you.
how do you think your friends would describe? Like, people
Well,
who
this
know
is
you
where I was
really
going
well
with that.
would
I was almost like, what would your gravestone say? How would you want to be remembered? What would
Okay,
it
let's
say?
do all of them.
And I
Okay,
was
Jill,
like,
what would your gravestone say?
no spoilers.
No
That'd be
spoilers.
perfect. Can't be no spoilers though. What else?
Yeah, you already picked that one.
She died. I don't know.
She
What
died?
do you say? It would say Jillian Fisherton, born date, deceased date, probably.
That's it.
And that's it. I mean,
I'll go to the list. I'll go back to the
Yeah.
list.
do you
All right.
expect someone to actually visit your gravestone and
I would
read it
hope
and
so.
actually ponder about your life?
I would
or
hope
do you
that-
expect it
yes.
to actually be passed down through the
like,
memories of people who know you?
both. Yeah, I mean, it would be. I wouldn't feel anything, but I
I would
hope it would be of value to my family and friends I left behind. You know.
I would put my gravestone at the top of a very steep hill, like an up, and make my loved ones trek up the steep hill to go drop a flower on my grave. And my dying wish would be, visit me once a week. And they'd have to fit it in once a week. Just once a week. That's all I asked. That's all I asked for.
Wow.
But they'd have to make
It's a
that
really
trek.
good thing
Yeah.
to do for your family and friends. I mean,
They'd
keeps
keep
them
in
in shape,
shape.
right?
Yeah. They have to get out
Yeah.
and do it.
Yeah.
And I
like-
can't move very far away.
It's like the most hypocritical dying wish I could ask. I never leave the house. I'm just like, you must leave the house once a week. You have to do it. Go to my gravestone. Drop me a present. I'll get it. I'll pick it up.
Grab
Good
me a present.
sacrifice.
Yeah. Be awesome. Okay, we'll go to the list. All right, without looking at the list, I'm gonna guess. All right, some things. I'm gonna make a little guess summary, and then you correct me where I'm wrong. You stream. All right, am I on hitting the nail on the head there so far?
Yeah.
You're a streamer. All right, good. We're 100%.
Sometimes.
Now, you stream video games and you play old school RuneScape.
I do.
You do, yes.
He's
All
doing
right.
pretty good so
You're
far.
really good at this.
There's not a single thing wrong so far. Now,
on, Jimmy.
since a lot of people do watch RuneScape here, how long have you been playing RuneScape?
So that's a difficult question because I started playing RuneScape and I want to say probably like 2007, 2008. I mean, it's been a while. And I played with my sister and we played for, I want to say 2 or 3 years. I got to like level 60 combat because I just hung out in Varrock Square all the time. And then I took a hiatus and started playing again about 2 years ago.
Oh, wow.
So, but if you counted it efficiently, then I've probably been playing for like 3 months.
Okay. 3 months.
I mean, in terms of like how far I've progressed compared to the normal person, if they're playing efficiently.
Okay. I don't count it then. I mean, I still don't play efficiently, and I've been playing since 2006. You're a vet, but you took a long time off. You went on reserves for a while, and you're back. That's how we'll look at this. Thank you for your service.
I like that. Thank you.
Yeah. So when did this whole guide list that you do all this guide list stuff? What have you done guide list so far?
A couple of things. So when I came back, I really wanted to do things without guides to like relive the nostalgia. And so I did a quest cape first, and I finished that about a year ago. I did guideless fight caves. So that was cool. I got my fire cape from that. And then recently I've kind of been doing guideless corrupted gauntlet, and that's been good. So
I've never even tried the corrupted gauntlet.
What KC are you at now?
I think I'm getting closer to 50. I couldn't tell you.
That's pretty good.
So yeah.
Okay, well, I'm the quest guy, as people know me as. Now, what during that thing, I get questions about quests and like my memories and the history of things that I've been doing all the time. So I need to ask the questions now. What was the most frustrating guideless shit you did during your quest cape thing?
I think Mornings on Part 2.
I was gonna.
Pretty bad.
Yeah. Was that
Pretty
worse
bad.
than Morning or Song of the Elves puzzle?
The puzzles were so much harder in Mornings on Part 2 for me.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah, that would suck. There's some things that I would absolutely hate having to do without a guide. I don't like using guides either because I mean I have to focus on the actual dialogue and text that they're talking about to make jokes about later. So I mean it helps to not look at guides, to not like, you know, peruse through them. But there are some things where I'm like, this is stupid. I'm gonna use a guide for a second. Like the Mire Ditch area, going through that for the first time.
Oh my god.
Fuck that.
That was terrible.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, that place sucks. I did that recently, and I'm like, who did this first? Who was the first person?
I actually did it guideless the first time ever I don't remember which is the first quest you go through there, but I just did it because I thought it was going to be a lot easier. I was like, I'll just do it without a guide.
It sucks, dude. It sucks.
Yeah.
So you did guideless fight caves?
Yeah. And it was a lot of fun. I think it took close to 9 hours, I want to say. I'm probably wrong on that.
Okay.
But it took a long time.
What kind of gear did you use?
I used a blowpipe. And I used like... See, that's a good question. Because I know it and I see it in my head, but I don't know exactly what it's called.
Was it Blasty Hide?
Yes, the purple one.
Nice.
So I used that, and I think the Nance Knot helmet.
Cool.
I think.
Nice. Good setup.
And a backpack.
I forgot
and
about
a
this.
backpack.
Yeah.
I forgot to ask about this. You said you played with your sister growing up. Does she still play? Did she ever come back or no?
No. She had an experience where she was a player moderator, and then she lost it. And she didn't really come back.
It's like a grudge type thing.
I had no idea.
That.
Your sister has the best tea of all time. Every time I hear about your sister, there's some spicy story that you're telling.
Oh, I thought you were complimenting some tea that you drank that she made or something.
No.
What are you talking about?
She's like Iro. She makes the best tea.
Yeah,
perfect
Darjeeling.
brew. Yes.
Oh. Did I even say that right? I might have made that tea up. I don't know.
Anyway, Drama? What? What's happening?
Yo.
She's a lot more interesting than I am. You really should have had her on.
Why?
She's a character for sure. No, she just has a great life. You know?
Why?
What if we had Jill's sister on the podcast? The title is just
her?
Jill's sister.
No,
Like,
no.
hello.
The title for this podcast should be her name and then sister. She's
right.
not. She doesn't go by Jill's sister. I go by her sister
Oh, okay.
because she's cooler.
What's
What
your
is-
name? Is that cool? We can bleep it out, Troh.
Okay. Bleep it all out. Bleep the whole thing.
Yeah.
Her name is,
Stephanie Nuggs.
Okay.
and she's cool.
Yeah, we will say that'll be the title. Troll, bleep it out, but it'll still be the
It'll
title.
just be censor, sister. We won't say the name.
That's not a terrible title. That would be interesting. People would be like,
Who's
that a-
sister?
I don't understand. Is that a curse word or is it a name? It's a mystery. It's like the no spoilers.
No
know?
spoilers. Jesus Christ. So what does she think of you doing like old school RuneScape stuff now?
She's not a fan, but she's
Not a
not
fan?
like she's
Wait,
not
really?
a hater or anything. She's just, I don't know. She's just not into it personally, but
Like she
my whole
disproves
family
it?
doesn't really love it, so they
They
don't
don't?
disprove it. I think that they disproved it for a while, and then after a while they were just like, this is what she's gonna do, so we're just gonna let her do it.
Thank you for tuning in to the Bankstandin podcast. Please pardon this short YouTube exclusive interruption, as there was some issues with our guest Jillyfish's recording software. This technical difficulty was not recognized until the end of the podcast. Jim started recording his desktop as the revelation happened. Before I roll the footage, I would just like to say, please don't point fingers at Jill. This was clearly a ploy set up by Nine Rain and Jim, as they think my $9,000 per episode pay rate is much too expensive and wanted to generate further work for me. If you don't believe me, stick around to the end of the podcast when they touch on this subject more. I will now roll the clip of when they recognize the issue.
I started, and 24 minutes in, it stopped. I have 24 minutes.
What happened in the first 24 minutes?
I don't know. I'm just so sorry, and I feel so bad. Holy frick, that's terrible.
It's not the first time we've been down this road.
No.
Do you have a hotkey that you? I think you maybe just hit a hotkey.
Yeah, this is what she's gonna do. So
You know what though? I'm excited because this is no longer our problem, it's Troh's. To take one of our audios of desktop and sync it.
Well, you won't have a camera too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so your camera will be there for like the first 24 minutes.
Jill looks so defeated.
I'm feeling really bad right now.
Don't feel
I'm
bad.
real
Don't feel
bad
feel
about
bad.
this.
Troh's got it. Troh's got it. It's okay.
And now that we're all on the same page, let's get back to the podcast.
Everyone
You go,
thinks
girl.
that at first. Everyone does. Until
Yeah.
you like are successful and everyone's like, I remember when you were like this, I was your biggest supporter. I knew you were gonna be real big from the start. And then and then you're like, you tried convincing me to stop this for years.
I never believed in Jimmy, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, see?
I was
it's-
surprised. I couldn't
here.
honestly couldn't believe it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's just that's what this whole industry is. It's just, you get people that
YouTube is just a whole bunch of people that nobody believed in.
honestly it is, dude. The whole entertainment industry is that. Everyone
Actually, that's fair. Yeah.
everybody in movies, radio, TV,
Yeah.
art, music, everything, all of those people have had dozens, family members, best friends tell them, you should really look into something else. Like have a backup, have a plan B, because they're terrified to be in your shoes. Don't even want to like try doing what you're doing. That's why they say that. It's not because they like think you're dumb or something. Like it's just because like they'd be terrified if they were you. Is why that is said by so many people. So it makes sense. But
I wake up scared in the middle of the night.
yeah, I mean you're almost there.
I just wake up like, Susan!
wait. What does that have to do with anything?
CEO of YouTube, her name's Susan.
Oh, is she the one doubting you?
She doesn't believe in me at all.
Susan's like,
She took all my money. She took all my money from White Wolf #1.
yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, she did.
Mhm.
That's so devastating.
That's fine.
Poor Susan.
Can't believe her.
Poor Susan.
Not poor
Hello.
Susan.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Jill.
That's
Jill
such
is
a
my
big
dad
weight.
for once, Jimmy.
It's a big weight on her shoulders to have to lecture somebody like you.
Fair. That's fair.
You're so
yeah.
stubborn. You won't listen. She keeps her up too.
Oh, shut up, Susan. She's like, you never respect me.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't pronounce your last name. No one can.
Yeah.
Which is true. No one can.
No.
So.
Yeah, but your family will come around, Jill. They'll come around. And if they don't, then they will. They'll come
They
around.
will.
They'll come around. There's just so many things on the list.
Yeah, this
don't-
list is like, holy cow.
Okay.
Forget the list. I'll delete
All right,
the
all
list.
right, all right. No, I mean, I already have it. I would have to delete it personally. I'm not going to do that. Now, we'll stick with streaming. We'll stick with the whole Twitch streaming thing. Did you start getting your initial fan base from RuneScape?
Yeah, so I streamed a little bit of League of Legends beforehand, but I was in undergrad, so it's pretty unreliable. I feel like I'm still unreliable in terms of streaming on a schedule, but so I streamed a little bit of League of Legends, and then I started streaming RuneScape without guides, and Bodhi hosted me like one of my first RuneScape streams, and that was it. And then I was a partnered Twitch streamer. It's
I'm
crazy.
not even a partnered Twitch streamer.
Yeah, they
I'm
won't
not-
partner
I'm not
me
partnered.
either.
No, I don't stream
Really?
enough.
Neither
No.
of you guys? There's no
Ju-
way.
We
I
have
don't believe
beards.
that. They do
don't like
hate
people with
beards.
They hate
yeah.
beards?
They do.
Yeah.
What do you
Uh-huh.
mean?
Statistically speaking.
Mhm.
Oh, I thought they made a statement like beards.
No, that's not
Don't
a
do
thing.
it. We despise
No.
you if you have one of those.
Yeah.
Why do you? What?
I don't think we stream enough, Jimmy.
No, we don't. I
because
completely
they-
understand my 7 different denials of partners. I get it. I get it.
Wait, you applied multiple times?
Like 4 times. Yeah, I get denied every time.
Damn. What
'Cause
did
I
I
don't
say?
stream
Like stream more often?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I mean,
but
Twitch
I have a
really
check
only
mark on
wants,
YouTube.
like-
And they're like, no, I don't care.
Yeah, they really want like we want a Twitch streamer to look like this.
Yeah. It's kind of.
I don't necessarily think that it's well, maybe. I don't know. I don't want to
I think
contradict that,
it's-
but also I think that they want you to be kind of loyal to the platform.
Yeah, well,
And I
that's
feel
one
like
of the things
From
on their
that,
list.
maybe. Okay.
Yeah.
Fucking, I just got the most messed up thought after you said that they want you to look a certain way. we want our Twitch streamers blonde hair, blue eyes. We need to have that only. That's the dominant streamer.
Yeah.
That's where I was going
I mean,
with
look
that.
at Twitch. It's just completely headed in that direction.
Yes, they are.
And I know that Jeff Bezos is at the front of that. I mean, look at Jeff. I don't
That's
know what
true.
his eye color
Jeff
is.
retired, didn't he?
Oh, yeah, but that just means he's going underground.
Yeah,
He stepped down from, I think, chief executive officer, but he's at
to be a full-time
I mean-
Twitch streamer.
no. I mean, but that's typical of dudes in his position, having done that for so many years. They typically start passing the company on to some other CEO, and then they keep their majority stock share, still run the company, but
Hmm.
at least have someone else who's taking over most of the, CEO day to day. Hell, that's what I would do. That would be exhausting. Oh no, I just run Amazon.
Yeah. That dude has no idea what's going on anymore at Amazon. That's out of his hands if you think about
Yeah.
it. I mean, dude, how much
don't
can
know.
you
I
truly
don't-
keep up with at Amazon other than big numbers at the end of each month? You're just like, wow.
It's
that's
like the numbers
good
are
to
big
see.
and getting bigger. We're killing it.
Yeah,
We moved a lot of boxes this month.
Yeah, continue doing what you guys are doing. I like these. I don't know what else they can tell them.
I bet COVID was very kind to Amazon too.
Stocks
Yeah.
can back that claim up. Yes,
Yeah.
that's
And everybody's just chilling at home ordering stuff.
it's
like I know
amazing.
Jill hasn't left her apartment in like 3 months.
Is that true?
Is that true?
Yeah.
That's
That's
patently not true. You wait.
I went camping,
Yeah.
but that was it.
Tell
Yeah, I
us
did
about
live
your
in
camping.
It was
But you
cool.
went- yeah.
It was
you went-
really cool. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna ask about it. I mean, you told me about it, but I feel like I can ask for the sake of, I don't know, the listeners.
Them.
Yeah, it was super cool. I thought I was going, so I've never been camping, and I thought I was going camping, but I was actually going glamping, which are very different things. I went with one of my close girlfriends, some other people, and we got a cabin, and we stayed in the Smokies, which are spelled Smoky, and that didn't
E.
occur to me. Yeah, no IE. Well, I guess I thought it would be
IE.
Smokies. Smokies? No?
I would have thought EYS.
EYS.
Maybe. Okay. All right.
Wait, that I gotta look that up. That's weird. Smokies?
Yeah, Smoky
Smokies?
Mountains. It's SMOKY.
Smoky.
And so I stayed in the Smoky Mountains, and they just released a bunch of elk there. So there are a ton of elk. It was really, really cool. I climbed part of the Appalachian Trail. I met someone who was doing a whole month climbing the trails, so maybe that's something I'll do one of these days. I think that sounds really cool. But I climbed part of it, took some cool pictures, saw some waterfalls. It was really neat.
Wait, why is it called the Smokies? Does that have nothing to do with smoke? Or like
No.
Smokies?
I was just as shocked as you are. We're driving into the Smokies, and I look over at my girls, and I see a sign, and it says SMOKY Mountains, and I say, that's so funny. They don't know how to spell Smoky
Yeah, was it a
That's
typo?
Smoky.
or-
That's
And they were like-
Smoky.
No, Jill, that's how it's spelled. And I was like,
Oh my god, it is.
Huh.
remind me not to buy a t-shirt.
Oh my
Look at
god.
that girl, she's an idiot. Her shirt spelled wrong. Actually, I would think that if I saw a shirt that's Smoky Mountains, I'd be like, ha,
They messed up.
dumb.
Yeah.
I posted about it on Twitter, and I was like, people are probably thinking that I'm spelling this wrong right now. So
That's crazy.
Damn. Okay. Hold on. We got. I mean,
You
we
looking at
we stayed on the list. We got away from Twitch though. We got to go back to Twitch.
How
So-
long you been streaming on Twitch, Jill?
that's a good question. I feel like I'm answering all of your questions with stories, but
That's good. That's-
That's. I mean, I wanted you to just give me a number and then not say anything else, but we'll take a story. That's fine.
probably 3 years, maybe, because I take hiatuses, so I've taken a lot of breaks.
Okay.
So
Have you
probably
always
a little over 2 years consistently.
have you always been this sassy and kind of like snappy and such? Like you're the new Jill is all.
Jill,
I'm
Nine Rain doesn't know how to talk to women.
don't sit there and act with your shocked expression. Me, Jillyfish, so innocent and okay. For context, Jill and I hang out a lot, and she's very mean.
No way.
Mean.
No. Aaron, very early in our friendship, told me, he was like, I have a really big ego and I need my friends to check me because I just have to center myself around people who put me down so that way it keeps my head the size it's supposed to be, is really what happened. So I'm, help me help you.
Altruistic.
And
Okay.
Jimmy knows me too. I'm friends with Jimmy. Jimmy, am I mean to you?
Never once. No.
Never once.
Never once. But I also have not instructed you to bring me down. So I mean, I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't think he's lying. Which I applaud you for leveling him. I don't. You're probably one of the only ones that's able to do it if it's working. I don't know. I've never been able to, and I'm very mean to him sometimes. So it's never worked for me. So I mean, by all means, continue doing this.
Oh my god.
So basically, it's not have you always been this sassy, it's have you always been this good of a friend at assisting other friends at leveling their heads?
That's what I was trying to
I
say,
don't
Jill.
know.
I'm sorry. That's what I meant to say this whole time.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Nine Rain.
Thanks,
I
man.
don't know. I work a lot, so I don't really have a lot of close friends, I think. So I definitely think that I pick on my friends a little bit. Not necessarily. I try. I hope I don't bully them or anything like that. I hope you're okay.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
I will say, the first interactions that we had, Jill, was during Among Us, and that game. That was the only time I ever played. And I think the
I hate that
first
game.
time we had ever talked is you were accusing me of being sus in the most violent and aggressive way. Be like, what were you doing in Med Bay? And I was like, Jesus Christ, I don't
You're
even
like,
know
was
if
I
that
in
was
Med Bay?
what's Med Bay? I was freaking out a little bit, and I was like, she's serious. This is
I
crazy.
remember that game because I think we talked about it, Jimmy. Like us two and maybe like one other person had like never played before and did not care. And then there was like the other half of people who were like hardcore Among Us players, and they're like really going hard and just getting into it. We're like, the buttons on the screen weren't working, and then I couldn't. I don't know. I walked over here and it said kill on my screen, and they're like, "Wait, you see kill?" And I'm like, "I didn't see kill." Like it was a special game.
That game sucks.
Yeah, same.
We've got a lot of Among Us lovers that saw that little clip we posted.
Oh, really?
When
I
we
was
were
hating on
roasting-
that horrible game.
Yeah, and they were just defending it. Like, it's so easy to play with friends. I'm like, play something else with friends, man.
Yeah.
I stand by that. I'm sorry. Figure something
Yeah.
else out. Open a Minecraft realm. I don't care.
Yeah.
Do something else.
Tabletop simulator, anything.
Anything. Figure it out.
Team Fortress. I've never played
Counter-Strike.
that game. I'm sure it's
Valorant's
fun.
free.
League of Legends.
Apex is free. Figure something out. I don't know. Don't play Among Us. Speaking of Minecraft, big Minecraft, Jill? Huge into Minecraft?
I like Minecraft. Yeah,
Did you beat it guideless?
I did. I think it took 9 attempts at hardcore.
Oh, you did hardcore.
Mhm.
Oh my god. How did you... So you had no intel whatsoever about, like, finding anything? What? How?
No,
Had you played Minecraft before?
I had. So it wasn't truly completely guideless because I had some, like I knew how to craft and I knew kind of the basics and I'd been to the Nether before. So that much I knew going into it. But aside from that, I had to use the achievements a lot in Minecraft. There's the achievement button to try to figure out what exactly was at the end. And it took me a really long time to figure out how to get to a stronghold and what a stronghold
Yeah, how did you
was.
figure that out?
There's an achievement, I think, that's called something like use an Eye of Ender to locate a stronghold. I don't know exactly the context of it,
So you
but
just
it
started like
definitely has
clicking with
achievement.
Eyes of Ender and then
Well, I had to figure out how to make one. And thank goodness they added that feature where you have the craftable
you can search.
tape.
Yeah.
So that helped me out a lot.
Yeah, that used to not be in game because people would just pull up the wiki. 'Cause
Yeah.
There's no way to figure stuff out.
Yeah, I was like,
in-game.
how would anyone figure out initially how to do this if there wasn't a wiki? Like, there's no book in there. Like, here's
Well,
Minecraft.
that's what I mean. When the dude was making Minecraft, he put it all on his wiki, and like that was how you did it. That's how
Yeah.
you learned Minecraft was to go look up the recipes or
Yeah.
watch a playthrough or something.
Wow. It's like sun just came zooming into your room.
Mine?
I just saw like your face get brighter for a second. It was crazy.
I don't know.
You getting blinded?
It's angelic.
Did something happen? I don't know.
I don't know. I was just looking
Like,
over.
I had sunscreen on earlier, and I think a little bit is in my eye, so it is burning a lot.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm
sorry
good.
to go through that.
It's okay, man. I'll
Eh.
be fine.
Yeah, but no, Minecraft hardcore guideless sounds awful. And you streamed the whole thing.
I did, yeah.
So what do you do to combat backseat gamers? Because that's a huge issue. What do you do?
So I have a really dedicated, awesome mod team.
Mhm.
And so if there's ever a spoiler in chat, they just time it out. So I owe them a lot.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, they're very good about that. Spoilers
Yeah.
don't last very long.
Yeah, I always feel a little guilty though, because there are people who definitely stop by my stream and they'll say something not knowing and get timed out and then they leave. without any additional context. So there have been a time or two when I've been visiting another person's stream and they're in chat and there's for some reason on the subject of me, and someone in chat goes, I hate that streamer. I stopped by one time, said something in chat and got banned. And I'm just like,
I mean, Twitch chat members sometimes, I bet that person deserved it. The odds that a Twitch chat member deserved their ban is pretty high.
True.
That like the whole I'm a innocent Twitch chatter, I got banned is so overplayed. Holy moly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I deserve it.
I have no pity for Twitch chat. You guys don't get my pity.
See,
I mean,
they don't get nothing from me. They don't even get streams. That's how little pity I have for them.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've been doing like all the guideless stuff, Minecraft, RuneScape, and then you play a lot of other games. You have a variety of things you do. So since you did kind of get that initial following with RuneScape, are you finding that you are able to go and stream different games and people still come by and watch? Because I know a lot of, as someone who is trying to branch out, sometimes old school people are nerdy in the way that they don't really like watching things that aren't old school because that's their game and they only want that game. So have you experienced that, or have you grown followings like all around to the point where you're comfortable doing whatever you want?
So it's funny you say that because for me, I did old school RuneScape and then got a big old school RuneScape following kind of pretty handed to me really early. But then on YouTube, I was featured on a Minecraft YouTube compilation that got like 1 million views. And then suddenly I had almost 10,000 subscribers on YouTube that were all Minecrafters. So I have this audience that on Twitch is very heavily OSRS viewers and on YouTube is Minecrafters.
Wow.
So that's been kind of weird for me. And trying to like create content on each platform that's different to cater to each type of person. But I found on Twitch, I think that old school RuneScape players typically like more nostalgic games too. And I might be speaking for them right now, but I've had some success playing like Pokemon games and stuff just because it's still pretty nostalgic. So like Pokemon Emerald on Nuzlocke is something I'm trying right now. And that's been really cool. And I feel like that connects with a lot of people too. But I don't know.
Yeah, no catering to these people. That's my word of advice. No catering. You treat them like the disobedient dogs that they all are, and you put them on their leash, and you say, "We're going for a walk." And you gotta take them with you. You have to do what you want to do and force them. Sometimes threaten them. Otherwise, they won't watch. So you have to. You have to really lay down the law. You got to lay down the law with them. They need just how you humble Nine Rain with insults. You have to humble them by introducing them to different content. It's just, that's how it works. You have to. So don't worry about catering. No catering. They don't need catering. They're little babies. They need you.
You can tell Jimmy and I have a lot of respect for our audience.
Yes,
and
nothing
the people watching this podcast.
Nothing but respect. Nothing but respect.
This sounds like a really, really good time to introduce our sponsor. Well, not our sponsor, but our method of funding this podcast, Patreon. Nine Rain, why don't you tell them a little bit about the Patreon?
I mean, funny you bring that up. We are actually gonna. I mean, we are actually gonna be releasing Patreon-only episodes. Thank you, Jill. That where we're gonna be answering your questions, which we'll field from Twitter or the comment section. So if you have any questions for us, let us know in the comment section below. And we'll also be doing probably more content with Troh because for some reason I can't imagine why you guys really like Troh, and so we'll probably have him on board with the Patreon episodes, but they're gonna be like more specific, and so feel free to support the podcast. With Jill, you're now at this point you're required to say that we didn't put you up to that, and that you plugged that of your own accord.
Aaron 100% put me up to that and told me that I had to do it in order to be on this podcast, but Jimmy didn't. So
I didn't.
Props to him.
I was very impressed. That was.
You know what? I think that's fine. I think that's fine. We can. We can deal with that.
All right.
Cool.
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 Patreon. If you want your questions answered, you can ask all the ones you want in the comments. They will not be answered for free. Go to the Patreon. That's what I feel like. That's what I just got out of that. So here's my plug for it.
Well, we thought it would be fun, but
It is fun. We get paid and they get answers. So
that's really fun.
No
to
one's
me.
losing. Win-win. It's perfect. I don't know it.
Yeah, I know. I ask all the questions on the Patreon. You should too. Check it out.
Thanks.
Jill, I think you actually have to go ask questions now. Otherwise, we'll get sued or something.
How am I supposed to feed my cats if I'm subscribed?
Yeah.
It's really expensive. Our Patreon is like $27. Yeah.
That's not bad.
That number made sense, so we just stuck with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is $27 though? It's like
Right.
a dinner through Uber Eats.
Oh, actually, yeah. If you're watching this and you order from Uber Eats and you're not subscribed to us on Patreon, I don't even know what to say to you. That's for a monthly subscription. It's less than like one DoorDash fee. Embarrassing.
Like that one
That's a really
chick on
good way to
Twitch.
get canceled.
Isn't that the? Yeah, we're doing that bit. It's a bit. It's a bit. Okay. Haha.
Is that what you're thinking of? That girl on Twitch who was like,
Yeah,
"What's
yeah.
$5 to you? What is $5?" Yeah.
Doesn't she? It worked for her. She made a lot of money.
Did she?
Yeah, she got exposure for that, and then people went and checked out her shit, and then subscribed.
Well, she wasn't doing a bit, was she?
I'm not sure.
I don't think she was doing a bit.
I didn't get the feeling she was doing a bit. I feel like she's either a great actress or a ginormous asshole, and I couldn't tell. So
yeah,
I don't know. Go watch her. Make up your own mind, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not getting a cutback on from her for plugging, by the way.
Don't even know who she is or her name, so good luck. And don't comment it if you know it. She's not paying us, so she doesn't get that.
Don't you dare mention that in the comments.
Yeah. Damn. Wait, you play Blade and Soul on Twitch? So you have VR?
No.
Oh, that's Blade and Sorcery. What's Blade and Soul?
That's it, like super JRPG. Is it JRPG? Why don't you just tell us what the game is, Jill? Instead of me guessing and you giving me whatever that look was.
Yeah. So I don't really play it much anymore, but it was a game that I played a little bit and I really enjoyed. It's basically there are different classes and you get to select what class you are, and then it's kind of like an MMORPG more so, I think, but I could be wrong.
But also a fighting game?
Well, there's ranked dueling in it where you can duel someone one-on-one and compete in like a ranked tier ladder, but it's mostly just an open world quest kind of driven game, and it was really fun when I played it. And I was platinum in the ranked arena, so whoa. I also played the most OP class, so I don't know that really speaks for much. But
what was the most OP class?
It was a summoner, because you got a cat, and so you could duel with yourself and also with your cat. So it was pretty OP.
Nice. Like Yumi in the bot lane, which makes me want to off myself. Yeah.
Don't know what that is. Is that League?
Don't want to know. Yep.
Talking about League. All right. That's never going to play that. So.
What? Why not?
Don't do that to him,
I've
Jill.
been convinced to not touch it by 9rain because I mean, I've already made the mistake of getting into a game where people are way too good already because it's been out for so long with CSGO. So if I did that with League, I'd have to also put another 500 hours into learning that, which is not healthy to do as a content creator because I don't want to make League videos. So it would just be
oh my god, guys,
hours.
what if this was the inception of our like League of Legends takeover?
What?
Yep.
It's not.
And
we're gonna be looking back at this moment. Yeah.
And that is how we created
Jill
our
and I
Twisted Tree Line triple threat.
Twisted Tree Line. Rest in peace. I was challenger on Twisted Tree Line. I had a buddy who was challenger, and I used to play like normal, like ranked with him, and he was like, "Yeah, it's really easy. If you just pick these 5 champions, we'll grind it for like 2 weeks and get challenger." And we did, and it was really easy.
It's because no one plays that.
Well, yeah, and there was a very small pool of teams that like we knew all the other good teams, so it was because it was that few people playing that we would queue up, we would see another team, be like, oh yeah, well we can beat them, we know who they are. Yeah, that was like 5 years ago or something, maybe more.
Oh my god, I just saw this on your list. You got catfished by an OSRS guy. You wrote it. I think I talk about it.
Wait, I think I wait a minute. I think I kind of remember the story.
Okay, well tell it. I've never heard it.
Yes.
So I was a kid on School RuneScape, and I played with my sister. This is a cinematic. This isn't a story that you tell. This is it's a whole event.
Okay, Troh, we're gonna need you to animate this.
Animate it, Troh.
Please draw it frame by frame.
Anything.
So there I was.
Hand
I was
puppets.
a kid.
Sorry, I just thought that would be cool.
Yes.
Troh did like hand puppets for this story. I'm sorry.
Troh's gonna cut to a shot of him. He's gonna set up his camera of him watching this on the laptop, and he's gonna look over at the camera with his like glasses on, and he doesn't even wear glasses, but he's got glasses in this, and just shaking his head at the camera, and like looks back, and then cuts right back here. Here we are.
Okay,
go ahead.
Continue.
Jill.
You just gave him an out.
Hmm?
No, it's not gonna happen.
No, it's gonna happen. He has to do it legally.
Okay.
Yeah.
The story.
Right. So I was playing RuneScape with my sister. The year is 2007. And we had a neighbor, and his name was Jem. And my sister and my neighbor had insane chemistry, but it never happened. It was just like they hung out.
I was saying it's not me.
That's his name.
I was like, no, it's not. It's not me. Yeah. I was just clarifying tonight.
That would be crazy. That would be crazy.
You kind of look alike, but without the beard.
We don't. Don't try to do the look-alike
Jimmy
thing. It never
didn't
works
have
on the
a beard.
Podcast.
We had a neighbor. His name was Jem. And my sister and him had really insane chemistry. They used to hang out. He gave her a rune skimmy at one point, skimmy. And
don't say it properly. It's scimitar.
Scimitar.
Okay.
But everyone called it. Well, I called it a skimmy back in the day.
Cool.
So yeah, they hung out all the time, and I was the third wheel, and I hung out with them. And my sister one day was like, I need to find you someone. You can't just follow us around like a lost puppy, like the dog in Varrock, with your fleas. She's like, I gotta find you. I have to find you a significant other. And I'm 11 at the time, and I'm like, sounds good.
Wow.
I'll find a friend. So my sister found a guy, and she took him to Falador to get him made over because she wanted him to have the cute haircut. For me, only the best.
Well, she found a guy?
Yeah.
Like
in Lumbridge. She just was like,
did she say like buying BF?
She was like
for my sister?
Buying a friend for my sister, yeah. And so she gave him the money to get his haircut changed, and we became friends. And we were friends for years and kind of kept in touch. And I always really liked him. And I wasn't sure if he liked me, but and then a couple years later, we reconnected on RuneScape. I started playing again for a short period of time and added each other on MSN. And we used to talk. Yeah, we used to talk, and we really connected. But I didn't want to online date. I was probably 13 at the time or something. He didn't want to online date, but we were really, really good friends for a while. And then one Christmas, I was like, hey, Merry Christmas. I hope you're doing well. What's going on? And it was kind of understood that we were a thing, even though maybe from my perspective, I really thought we were a thing, even though we had never explicitly said it. And he never said Merry Christmas back. And I was like, there. So I wrote some sad poetry. I got over him. A couple months later, I log on to MSN, to check on my old RuneScape buddies. And he's changed his picture. And he's somebody else completely. And I sent him a message and I'm like, hey, who's that in your profile pic? And he never responds. Never responds. And then a couple more years later, I think I'm in high school at the time, he adds me on Facebook and he's somebody else.
Wait, for the third, like a third different picture?
Well, yeah, completely different picture. Third different picture.
Oh my God.
Adds me on Facebook as somebody else. And I was like, hey, you really hurt me a while ago. I don't I'll be friends with you, for the sake of old times. I was really soft. I was like, I'll be friends with you because I care about you, but like you really messed me up, I was really heartbroken over that. And then I was like, also, like, you're not who you said you were. And he was like, yeah, I was going through a phase. I was pretty insecure. I just sent pictures of who I wanted to be. And I was like, who was it? And he was like, my cousin. Those are pictures. He was like, those are pictures of my cousin.
Wow.
I was like,
This
"Oh."
guy was down bad.
Yeah, it was pretty sad. So a couple years later, I deleted him off of Facebook. But yeah, I was pretty broken.
Wow.
I was down bad for a little while.
It's messed
over
up.
it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's messed
Kind
up.
of the abridged version of the story. It's not super exciting, but
Damn.
Huh.
Yeah, no.
How long ago was that?
probably like 2 months ago.
Yeah. Oh my God. That reminds me.
Julie's face. No, that was like probably 6 years. No, that was more than, it was probably 12 years ago or something. I don't know. It was probably at least 12 years ago.
Are you good?
Yeah.
I thought Nine Rain was going to cry while you were telling this story. He looked so invested.
I'm a good listener.
It's been a really long time and it was kind of hard, but I'm good.
Okay. Yeah, we can watch a sad anime together later if you need to process this.
Nine Rain's coming
I'm
in on
gonna tell
the
you
comfort rebound. We
not
just
gonna
watch
happen.
anime together. I'm the best listener.
Wait, no.
Jimmy's like my sidekick in this.
Oh, I knew this was gonna happen. I fucking knew it. Oh, whatever.
Your cheeks are looking as red as that chair, dude.
They've been like this.
That's
Troh,
just my cheeks, man.
cut to an earlier scene of my rosy face because I've been in the sun.
Can't believe you've been
Anyway.
blushing a week before this even started. This is crazy.
I just predicted this would happen, and he's
I
been
knew,
pushing
yeah,
this whole
absolutely.
time.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No.
It's like, I'm going to blush all
It took-
podcasts. I'm going
it
to put
took
this
about
chair
an-
behind me.
It took about an hour to get here to where you're both just shitting on me.
You
So I'm
wanted
proud
this.
of that. That's fine. That's fine.
You wanted this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It took
I
about
really
an
hope people don't actually think that we're mean.
I hope people think I'm mean. It's awesome.
dude, they don't think yeah. Don't worry, Jill. Nobody thinks Jimmy's mean.
Yeah, that's right. They better not. They better not think I'm fucking mean. They'd hate that.
Oh my God, I have to bring this up and then I'll send it to Troh so we can put it in the podcast. There's a GIF of Jill as an anime character
What?
saying, okay, I have this makes me so happy. There's it was during our Minecraft days. We were doing this content creator, which I guess you were probably invited to join on, Jimmy, but I don't know
I
on that
wasn't.
Discord.
I wasn't.
On that Discord, you were totally.
I
Never-
sent you a personal
Yeah.
invite.
Me?
I have the receipt.
Where did you send me an invite?
She would actually, yeah. She keeps that kind of thing.
Where?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure on Twitter.
Oh,
Anyways.
see, Twitter DMs.
Oh,
Really don't look at those.
So, anyways, we're on this content creator, RuneScape content creator Minecraft server, and at some point, I think Jill and I started doing this anime bit that we were doing these like fake anime voices. And honestly, I don't even remember how it got started. Like, I think it was you talking about coding, or isn't that how it started?
I think it was you.
Maybe. I'm
I
not
think
sure.
you just jumped into anime voice one day, and I think that like I just bounced
No.
off of
You started anime voice. I
it.
have
No,
the clip.
there's no way.
Yeah, it was totally you. It was during that treasure trail that only trails put together for everybody. That's what it was. Wait a minute, I've remembered. We were doing the treasure trail and we were reading the voices in like, I don't know, like or reading the clue steps in like storyteller voices. And you went like full anime in yours, and then did the like, I might be a girl, but girls can code.
I might be a girl, but girls can code.
And that was the beginning of the anime voices. And after that moment, the server took this like turn from just being a Minecraft server to being like this weird anime RP server in Minecraft. It was so much fun. It was a little weird, but it was also really fun. But I have the best GIF. I'll send it to Troh of Jill. I found like the perfect if Jill was an anime character, and then
so this is like something that you found that you're like, this works. It wasn't someone animating or doing.
No.
Okay.
But it was like perfect.
Okay.
And then it ended up being the main character, girl of like Jill's favorite anime of all time. That you also hate? I don't know. That was really confusing.
So for those of you who know anime, it was Your Lie in April, and I hate it. And if you know anime, you know why. So I'll just leave that there.
Cool.
I don't know anime.
I don't know why.
I never
know
met
any
anime in my life.
I've never known
Do you
anime.
watch anime?
Me?
Is that your way of saying like I watch anime, but I don't tell people I
But
watch
don't
anime?
ask me about it.
No, I
think you
don't
watch
watch
anime.
anime. I don't know anything about
have
it.
you ever seen one?
Yeah, I watched some episodes of My Hero Academia. Is that?
That is one
And then
that
there's
I've never seen.
Attack on Titan.
Cool.
I watched
I've
some of
seen
that.
a couple of those.
I saw some
Those
of
were
that.
pretty metal. They were pretty dope.
Didn't finish either of them. I watched them with friends because they were really into it, and I never watched them on my own accord. But it was a fun thing to do with friends for a second. That was cool. Yeah.
Cool. Yep.
Yeah.
I think I've only ever watched animes with other people. I have a decent amount of friends through the years who have been really into anime, and so they'll get me to watch one with them or something.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You're a cool guy.
He's a lot of friends.
I'm not.
Why
I'm
does
not
this
even-
always should? I don't understand. I just said the same thing that you said, but now when I say it,
Yeah, I'm
I'm
saying
a
you're
cool
cool.
guy with a lot of friends. I don't,
I'm just saying,
I don't
we're just
understand.
reminding you.
Yeah, are you just mad about how good my lighting is? Are we still
No,
there?
your saturation's at an all-time low because of Troh right now. I instructed him
Troy,
to do
I
that
swear to
way
God,
long ago.
If I look like Jimmy right now, I'm gonna be so sad.
Look like me. What do you mean?
I spent so much.
I look great.
I look fantastic, Troh.
What are you talking about?
I do appreciate that you have a green screen as your background, so it could be anything.
Yeah, it's just.
Has it been something this entire podcast?
What?
Your background.
What do you mean?
Does it get chroma keyed?
No, he could do whatever he wants behind
That's
me as
what
long
I'm
as it's
saying,
not
though.
like.
There's a chance that the background has been something this entire time, and we wouldn't have known yet until now.
He could make it
Joe, this
whatever
is
he
your
wants.
chance.
I'm actually.
If you've gotten this far, you know what to do.
If
Troh.
Troh, the guy we pay to edit these things, has made it this far in the podcast, God, I hope so.
Yeah.
Troh,
God,
if you're here, buddy, please say something.
I'm fast forwarding to this part when I see it posted, and it better be. You better have done something.
Well, maybe he's had something the whole time, so you don't even like.
He just turned it blue behind me.
That's
It's just
what
a blue
I'm-
screen behind me now.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's a chance that from the beginning, Troh has had an image there because of what we said later in the podcast.
Okay.
Being this moment.
Okay. Yeah, I thought you were saying like he did this in the other episodes to something behind me, and we didn't notice that he did something.
No, I
okay,
mean, that
now I
did
get it.
But what I'm saying is like this whole time it could have been
I gotcha.
for this podcast.
Yeah.
I wonder if he could turn Jill's leaves and those plants into some. Nah, don't worry about that, Troh. That's okay.
Troh. Have your creative liberties.
Troh's a good guy.
I wonder.
Troh seems really cool.
Well, yeah. I mean, he's good on camera.
He's my favorite.
He's my favorite member of Bankstandin.
I only just met him, but I already know.
Wait, have you met Troh?
Like
personally?
in passing? No.
You've never met
You've
Troh?
met him in passing?
I mean, here. When I walked into the office, like the Bankstandin podcast offices.
I didn't realize you came in through the front.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, because we haven't had people coming through the front since COVID. So, okay, yeah, then you would have seen Troh.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
I saw him, and he was cool. He looked like a cool guy. I didn't talk to him. I was a little intimidated, but I saw him.
Cool. Yeah. I mean, some people don't say that about him, but that's fine. It's just you.
He's intimidating.
Yeah, I don't know.
His coolness
What,
just kind of
Troh's
radiated off of him. Yeah.
Yeah, normally people are like drawn to him by his Prince Charming smile and his roguish charm, but I mean, I guess that could be intimidating. Yeah.
Yeah. No. He's not intimidating. Troh's not intimidating. Troh, you're not intimidating. I know you. I know what you do behind closed doors, Troh, and I know you're not intimidating.
We saw the beginning of the last podcast, so the part that was edited out.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, that was good. That was good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. God, I wish we couldn't. I wish you kept it. That'd been awesome.
So here's the thing, Jill. On the last podcast, because Troh was the editor, we just like normally when we bring a guest on, they like if they say something that they want us to either remove or exclude, we say like you can say whatever you want while recording, feel comfortable, because then at the end we edit it and we can just yeet it. But for Troh, we don't have to say that because he's editing.
Yeah.
So we're just like, go hard, Troh. Say whatever you want. Tell us the most deplorable stories. Tell us all the juicy deets. And he did.
He did.
And that's how we started our first podcast with Troh, but he cut all of it out, obviously.
Did everyone share, or was it just Troh?
No, we all shared. After Troh went, Jimmy and I were like, well, we gotta at least share something.
We'll tell you things. Ours didn't get cut,
do
did
this.
it? Parts of ours, most of all of ours were cut, but he
Okay.
left some parts in.
Okay.
It was, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
It's enough for people to look at us and be like, but not bad enough to like, I don't know. I don't think too many people lost respect for us. Yeah. Probably some, but that's fine. That's how you know you're doing a decent job.
True. Okay. Well, all right, Jill. So let's go back to the discussions of you. We've talked about your Twitch stuff. You've been doing Twitch for a while. You've been in school this whole time. Okay. So
Forever student, yes.
Yeah, and you're about to get an MBA in something?
Yeah, I'm about to get an M in BA.
In BA.
So
An MBA. NBA, WNBA candidate. This summer.
Coming this summer.
You're gonna have a master's in something.
Mhm.
And do you share what that is, or is that like classified?
I can share. I'm okay
Sure.
with that.
Go ahead. What are you mastering in?
In the BA. So I'm doing I'm doing a master's in business administration is what it is. And then my
Very
background is
adult.
marketing and economics.
Do you
Yes,
so you like
buddy.
numbers? You're a big numbers person.
You could say that.
Okay, that's what economics is, to my knowledge, is numbers.
Would you call yourself type A, Jill?
What's that?
Would you call me type A? You're the
That was
psychologist.
that was not a leading question. And type A is not a psychological. Well, we'll just say it's not like a very technical term. So I refuse to answer that question.
Not sure what just happened. Are you going to be doing anything with this degree, or are you going to be streaming more after you get this degree?
So I, in a perfect world, would really love to take some time and create content and stream, and put more time into it. I don't think that I've ever really given myself a fair chance to do that. But at the same time, it just goes back to like my family being kind of practical, and I'm sure that you've all dealt with that. But it just goes back to like having something that is more practical. But also, I think that this is sort of my excuse to really take some time away after I get this degree and create content. So I don't know. We'll see. But could be cool.
I mean, I've got my cool paper, degree paper, in a frame that's collecting dust somewhere in this room.
What in?
Film and media studies. Yeah. Relevant to what I do, and didn't really need to do it, but I did. I could have done anything and still gone this route. I will say it helped a little bit with learning how to make things with videos, but I too could have gone and got an MBA and shot some 3-pointers in my MBA and could have done this still. Could have been right here. Because, I mean, you have a degree, and that is kind of solidifying like a plan B. But creating content is kind of fun. So, yeah, I mean, do what you got to do. But don't let them parents and sister that they ain't gamers. They don't know what's going on ever.
No, they're good. They're practical. And it is like, I mean, you have to think about what comes next, but also you have to think about the skills that I feel like you learn through completing a degree. Because I do think that there's a level of discipline and work ethic that kind of comes with it, so.
I'm determined that that's why degrees exist in the first place. Like, people don't really care what you do. They're just like, oh, you got a degree, you did college, okay, so you know what it's like to swim through mucky bullshit and make your way through hours of pointless ass work. You probably have what it takes to work here. Yeah, welcome aboard.
So you can listen.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, and it's like, if you need to complete a task, you can either do that task or bullshit it, but the task is done regardless. That makes sense. Good job on that degree. Yeah, no, I think that's why they exist. That's cool. Sweet.
Somewhere there's someone who works at a university and panders people to complete their degrees, and
they
just closed out of the podcast.
Yeah, no, I think, me and Aaron have talked about this on the podcast before about how college is a scam. I think we have, but college is a scam. All of us kind of did it, and it's a scam. I love being in debt. It's cool. I love it. But it's like a scam we have to conform to. So
I would never say something like that.
Oh, never once, would you?
Nope.
No. Which professors did you tell about this podcast? Which one's watching right now?
I disagree. I think that college as is a really broken industry because of like how overpriced it is. And, you're really paying the cost, I feel like, a lot to go to a nice facility with, Olympic-sized swimming pools and things that are really unnecessary. And I think that kind of hikes the price up. But I still think that I do feel like I became a better person in school. And I think that I am a better person because I went to school. And I think that there are other ways that people can learn those things for sure. And school necessarily isn't the route for everyone, but I definitely accredit a lot of who I am and how I kind of view things because I went to school.
Oh, yeah.
I loved my upper graduate course, my like
upper
the the 300, 400, 500 classes were all super. Do colleges use the same systems, by the way? Does that make sense to you guys?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if they use the same like numerical systems to denote classes, but all the 300 to 600 were great. Love those classes. Gen Ed, not a fan.
Yeah, no,
really
that's
felt
kind of
like
what I'm getting
bullshit
at.
hoop jumping, spending a lot of money.
Yeah.
When my professor didn't want to be there, none of the students wanted to be there. It was 300 students, and no one wanted. It was just
Right.
like, I was like,
Yeah.
oh my
No,
god.
like what I'm getting at with the whole like college is a scam thing comes down to exactly that. Is I think in I don't know how 30 credits a year on average, and God knows how many. I don't even know how many 40 classes total that I had to take during college, somewhere around there. Probably around 4 or 5 of them I retained information that I remembered, like that's relevant to what I do. The rest of them I forgot the semester after I completed the course because they were either something I would never need, like, you know, sorry, philosophy, fucking dumb class that I had to take. Not my thing. I think it's dumb. Whereas some people might think that's awesome, but it's gen ed, so I had to do it. I had to. I should not have had to do that. I should not have had to take philosophy or one of those weird credit things of exploring careers. I didn't want to do that. People should have the option to do that if they want to explore careers.
Wait, there was like a career exploration class?
It's why they have that in place. Like at my school in particular, they have like these requirements you need for the degree. And some of them, like there's certain classes that fulfill that requirement on the degree checklist. And it's, you know, a bombardment of random bullshit that have nothing to do with the degree you're pursuing. And you have to take a select few over your course of 4 years. So when I did those, I was like, wow, really glad I did that. Fucking paid way too much money to do something I hated doing every second that I was doing it. And it just contributed to debt at the end of the day. And sure, work ethic improved because I got through things I didn't want to do, but did it improve because of that? I don't know. We'll never know. Wasn't worth that improvement if it did. I am still stressed out the same amount I would be, regardless of work ethic lessons. But no, I think in that sense, that kind of stuff is a little scammy to me, that we have to do as much as we did.
I've always thought that the gen ed stuff could be, if you actually applied yourself, learned in high school. Like
Yeah.
I always felt like I should have left high school knowing anything I would learn in gen ed, and then you just go to university to do your graduate program or whatever. Like that kind of felt like that was where it was supposed to be, but we couldn't organize people well enough through the first 18 years that we're just like, shit, now they got to do it in college.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like that's where we're at.
Yeah. School's a mess. It's all a mess. But
The American education system.
yeah. Yeah, I love education. It's awesome.
I don't think ours is worse than other places, though.
Are you saying we're number one? Is that what you're getting at there? Or
No. I'm just saying like they all have their problems.
sure. Yeah, I mean they do, probably. I mean, I have no idea about other education systems. But ours fucking blows, so I hope to God there's somewhere that has better education systems.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's probably one of those things like every country, like once you've been in that country for a long time, you can see all the shit. If you go to a new place, you're looking at everything with rose-colored glasses. Obviously, we've all been through the American school system, so we're like, God, like I've seen everything that could possibly be wrong with it. But we're like, but Cambridge over in the UK is so shiny and perfect and everything over there, and they all sound like this and it's wonderful. And you know, it's probably, there's a reason that a lot of people come to America for our school system, and we're, you know, that was all that I'm saying. It's, you know, probably wherever you go in the world, everyone's like, oh God, our school system.
Maybe. Yeah.
I hope that throughout this, Troh has pulled some graphs that show different countries and how their students are performing compared to US students, and those graphs are just watching.
He's got an Excel document right now.
I'm not defending like our I'm not defending our like, believe me, I will be the first person to shit on the American education system, specifically like elementary, middle, high school. It's a joke. We don't learn anything. But it's like God, our standardized testing is horrible. I could go down that rabbit trail. I'm just trying to give us some perspective and benefit of the doubt. By no means am I saying it's good or I like it at all. And I don't even know if I will send my kids to public school because I think it is that bad. That being said, I don't, I'm not on the whole, it's kind of popular now to just say everything in America is shittier than everywhere else. I'm trying to give our bros in America a little bit of love and a little bit of, I don't know, like maybe we're just being harsh on our poor America right now.
I love being harsh though. God damn, it feels good.
I mean, and I just think that it's probably the best idea to understand, like, we're bad in some areas and good in other areas, instead of saying like one or the other, like, we're good in these areas and university education may or may not be one of them, but then we're bad in high school education potentially, I feel like it's okay to have pride in your country, but then also to understand, we're not doing as great in some of these.
Oh, believe me, like I said, I absolutely hate our public education system. I think it's a sham.
I would argue that some private schools can be equally as bad. I would say there are public schools. There's some public schools that perform phenomenally compared to.
I'm not even defending private schools.
It just depends on where you are.
I have very little to say about private schools because I didn't go to one.
I have a lot to say about both, and I've been.
Did you go to both?
Yeah, but I went to private school for a very short period of time. But
yeah, I don't know. I know very little about private schools. I'm sure they have their special issues.
You either go to public school and deal with our system, or you learn about God 6 hours a week. Which one would you like?
Are all private schools?
Probably not. No,
not all private schools.
No.
No, the Catholic schools, I guess.
I'm pretty sure No, but wouldn't it be true that probably the majority of private schools are religious institutions?
I feel like they are, yeah. I don't know a lot of private schools that aren't some, fucking...
That's what I'm saying.
St. John Newman.
I mean, Jill's over here giggling like I'm about to say something crazy. But
no, you have a lot. Well, I think that most schools that are private are faith-based, but there are definitely a lot of private art schools.
Oh, I know they exist, but in my
charter schools that exist, I wouldn't call them private. They're charter, but are similarly structured.
I almost went to a magnet school.
Oh, I did.
School, but none of my friends were gonna go. So Adam and I were pretty vehement that we didn't want to go to a magnet school.
I went to one of them.
Yeah,
my whole high school, I was in a magnet school. I'm so smart and gifted and talented.
What was the?
I went for engineering. It was technical academy is what they're called. They focus on different areas, and I started in film, and then I conformed to the whole you should try find something else. Film's scary. It's a scary thing to get into. So I did engineering for the other 3 years, and then I applied to college for engineering, and then the summer before I was like, engineering kind of blows. I didn't like doing that the last 3 years. I'm gonna do film instead, and then I did that. So, in a way, kind of a blessing that I went to that, because I didn't do something I hated for 4 years in college. So,
did you guys work with the Adobe suite and stuff in your film classes in high school?
Yeah. I think
was it kind of a multimedia program or what? I'm just trying to know, what do you do in a film program in high school?
Well, we had a news station thing that we did. They would do the whole episode every week, and it would air on Fridays or Mondays. I don't remember what it was. So they did that. I think they worked with Final Cut Pro. I think there was a Final Cut thing, which is interesting because most colleges use Premiere. So it's kind of weird. But yeah, they did that. I took courses you could go 2 routes, either video production or news casting stuff. So I was planning on doing video production, but I had only made it freshman year before I switched, so I didn't get to experience it. But yeah, they kind of give you the general everything. I think that's kind of what the purpose of technical academies are, is giving you the basis of everything, kind of giving you the whole industry rundown throughout your 4 years of high school, what it could be depending on which route you take. So I don't know. It's kind of, I know a lot of people, majority of kids who went to that school ended up using it as like an early advantage of knowing what not to do in college, like what not to go for, because most people went into entirely different fields when they got to college. So I don't know. I mean, it has its advantages of being a technical academy for the reason of not wasting years of schooling. So get what you get out of it, I guess. But that was cool.
And Jill, how did you like private? You said you went to private school for a little while?
Tiny little while, and I was like in elementary school at the time. So yeah, it was very brief.
Oh, was it even a whole year?
No.
Oh my God, you got kicked out of private school, didn't you?
Yeah.
Expelled?
We
Yeah.
didn't talk about it.
I knew it. I am not surprised.
That's the best. You know, that reminds me of like the public high school system of like kids that would get expelled or something from school. They would just like send them to the next one. Is that kind of goofy? Did that happen to you? Like, I know in middle school it was a thing to do, and I know public high school, like the high schools around, if someone like got in a fight or they like multiple fights or something and they got
would
expelled,
just send them to a different school.
they'd be like, well, you're expelled from this school, but like you still kind of got to go to school. So that school's over there down the street. So go there now.
Huh.
Yeah, that's how it worked.
I don't know. When people got expelled from my school, we just were like, yeah, they disappeared from the face of the earth.
Yeah.
And we just never saw them again.
No way of keeping track of that guy.
Yeah, I mean, like, that was just that.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's different for kids now, since everyone has like 4 different social media platforms. They're probably like, oh yeah, I see his Instagram. He's got in a fight over down the road. But like,
Yeah.
back then it was like they would get kicked out of school and then you would never hear from them again.
That's how it should be.
That was it.
Exiled.
My graduating class started at 800 and ended at 650.
What?
Wow.
In high school, and none of us know who the 150 that disappeared were. No
couldn't keep
idea.
track.
Every time we talk about it, we're like, who were they? Where did they go? I don't know. They just
Who were these kids? Where'd they go? Which ones were they?
No idea.
Wow.
Every time I brought it up, we're all like, no idea. But those were the numbers, so they went somewhere.
Yeah. Damn, son. So yeah, I was going back to this. I don't have the receipts of you giving me this invite to the Discord server. Oh, what? What?
You're in it.
What do you mean?
You're in it.
No, I'm not.
In the games room.
I'm gonna. Is he leaving it right now?
I just don't know what it is. Where is this?
He's 100% in it.
I'm not sure. I don't know. Try and at
I'm
him.
looking through
maybe?
all of
Flutton's
them.
in it. Flutton is in it.
I'm not in it. I just don't know.
You're not in it.
I'm not in this.
I think you left it. You must.
I
have
did not
left
leave it.
it.
I've never
No,
been in
that
this
would
server.
that would not be surprising at all.
I didn't leave it. You can look and see like who joined when and stuff.
I'm looking
Yeah.
at my past Twitter messages to see if I ever sent you an invite for it, though.
Nah.
We used to have.
I don't know that I've ever. I don't know that I've ever sent it to you because I don't know that I've ever interacted with you directly.
Mm-mm.
I've always just told someone to invite you. I think.
Right.
Would it maybe tell Floody?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. And then, I mean, there's a chance that doesn't get sent or something. I don't know.
want to put it on her. No, wait.
I know. I'm just saying, like,
No,
that's
that was
one
Nicole.
extra relay. And
Yeah,
if
I
it comes
think
from
I have a
9
message
rain, then there's a
back
chance that I just like my brain doesn't process it being visually in front of me sometimes. So if he sent it to me, maybe, but I may have not seen it. Who knows?
I don't think I sent it, Jimmy.
No, I don't think he sent it to me.
No.
Doesn't
Let me
exist.
look into this.
Anyway, don't worry about it. I'll be okay. I've survived this long without being in there. I don't know.
I'm trying to see if.
What are you guys doing? Like a CSI investigation into this or what?
Jill, you put tried Terraria once on your gaming history. What?
Yeah,
Must have been a
that
bad game.
constitute as gaming history?
I tried it once.
Was it not a good game or
It
what?
was historical. No, I tried it without guides.
Just couldn't do it.
I don't know if you guys have ever played Terraria before.
Yeah.
I haven't.
Yeah, but I don't really remember. Is that one of the games where everything's on the wiki? Like you can't play the game without it?
Kind of. They have a crafting system, sort of like Minecraft, but
Mhm.
playing it completely guideless is really difficult. And at night, it's really scary, and the world is slowly getting corrupted, and you
Mhm.
don't know what's happening or where it's coming from.
Oh,
So,
so you just got spooked. It was like scary.
yeah, it was
Okay.
really scary. It was really scary. I have a video of it, and it was pretty scary. So yeah,
Sounds terrifying.
I just
Wait, is
think
it on your YouTube channel?
Yeah.
YouTube.com/Jillyfish.
I think so.
Does it still have an S?
I don't think it does.
Well, it'll be in the description.
We'll find it.
They'll be fine. It'll be in the description. They can find it.
Thank you.
So what have you been doing recently on Twitch?
A lot of Crafted Gauntlet, some Pokemon Nuzlocke, Guideless, that's been fun. Some Minecraft, some Valheim.
Valheim's so good.
Did you ever make any videos from the Minecraft server for your YouTube or no?
I do want to go back and like edit it all as like a short series or something. I think it'd be really fun. But personally, I don't have a lot of time to, so I'm looking for an editor. So if anyone wants to
You're not getting Troh.
reach out to
He's
me,
focused
do
on
the
this.
message.
We
How much do you pay him?
Huh?
what?
How much do you pay, Troh? Just for personal.
Troh, you're not putting this in. Don't even think about giving your wage out. I think for editing and thumbnail now and posting it, we
$9,000.
an episode.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
We pay him
Yep.
handsomely.
Yeah.
We overpay him for sure.
Especially since
I just
feel
wanted
like
to feel
a
bad
podcast
about
is
it.
Well, yeah, half of what we
someone-
tell Troh in our feedback is, hey, you don't have to make so many edits. Like those are really cool, but we want, like the first one, it was like that was worth more than $120 probably, but Troh was like stretching his wings, which we don't mind because everybody loved it.
He's getting the love
Fine.
for it, that's for sure. That's his compensates for the payment too, is he gets a lot of love because he's good at it. So yeah.
Well, yeah, Troh. If love isn't really an issue for you, I'll pay you.
$9,000.
I'm just kidding.
All right, so Troh, cut all that out and go and cut back to this. We pay Troh $1,000 an episode, where we lose money on this podcast. We lose about $900 on each episode.
But we think that it's probably good for the watchers and the listeners to get the most premium experience that we could provide, and so that meant getting someone like Troh, who is extremely expensive, and then paying him a requisite amount.
Yeah.
Some people might say that that's far too much for one episode of a podcast, but we don't think so.
No.
It's absolutely worth it.
No, I think it's definitely worth it. Troh's good at what he does, and it shows.
Yeah.
It shows.
It does. I don't know how you could pay someone like Troh less.
Right.
So.
Right.
Almost sounds like we're just really shitting on Troh. Like it just sounds like we're like, he is so good at editing, you wouldn't believe it. He's worth so much money. Woo, Troh's the best.
He's trying to cover for the low amount of money we pay.
Yeah.
It's not a low amount of money. Okay, we pay him handsomely. It's not even a joke. It's not even a joke.
Yeah, it's not low, okay?
It's
we
not
don't
a low
pay
amount of money.
Troh too little. We don't.
Yeah.
Stop asking.
People would beg and plead on their knees to get paid what we pay Troh. They would beg. Times are tough out here as editors. If you're just an editing guy, times are tough. And Troh's not even just an editing guy. This is just like a side thing for him. He's a lucky guy. All right. He's got his own television show that got discontinued by HGTV, and he's lucky to have us. That's where I stand.
True.
He's so lucky. He's so lucky to have us.
Yeah.
He needs us to eat food. That's why we're here, really, is to support Troh.
We started the podcast so Troh would have something to edit.
Yeah.
And that's why we call it Bankstandin.
That's why we did this.
How does that connect?
Some people don't get it, Jill. That's just the way it is.
It's a structure, a system. It has there's a lot of lore. It
A
works.
deep ethos.
Yeah.
And mythology behind it as well.
Pathos.
There's some deep lore. Yeah.
Like allegory of the cave stuff.
But the deep lore is all on the Patreon. And
Yeah, you can't see
it's
any of
not
it.
free. I'm just going to be honest.
Right where all your
It's locked in a
answers are.
vault.
Jill, if
Some
you,
would say it's locked in a bank of sorts.
no one would say that. That would be silly.
And if you're part of the Patreon, you're Bankstandin because you're in it.
That's a good place to end the
I wanna
podcast,
be-
everybody.
Never mind.
Thanks for coming on the podcast, Jill.
Thank you, Jill.
Thank you for having me.
Thank
We
you.
probably won't do this again, but it was fun.
We'll do it again. We'll do it again, probably. No promises. Wow. You stream on Twitch, right?
Sometimes, yeah.
Okay, we'll send people there and to your Twitter. They can go there, and then you can be mean to them there instead.
If you're like into that kind of thing where you want the Twitch streamer to really bully you,
Yeah,
and,
no,
like,
don't do that.
call you by your 1st
Don't.
name.
No.
Jill does that. So
Oh,
Should I not be doing that?
no, that's totally cool. Some people are into that thing.
thanks
I'll
for
work on that,
watching.
guys, and I'll try to get better.
Okay.
Thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate you all stopping by. We hope that you have a great rest of your day, and we hope that you
No,
continue
end
supporting
it
the
before
channel.
she finishes.
Just
End
a
it.
reminder,
It's ended.
Troh,
It's gone. Stop, Troh.
Stop, Troh.